Okay, today we are working on our taxi AI. So we take a look here and we get an egg hatched. See how right now, well, I forgot about that. We need top collision detection on our taxi because we only have side collision there. So we've got to go add that. So in our taxi, we've got these bottom collide, right collide, left collide. We need a top collide. So we need a top collide function that takes in a platform so that we can bounce ourselves downward. We accidentally fly into the top or into the bottom of a platform from underneath. So we'll go here under bottom collides and we'll add a new function. Taxi top collides with collidable, and then we'll have to make sure to pass in the lower platforms, or the platform objects. So how do we check if there is a top collision? Well, we need to see if the top of our taxi is smaller than the bottom of our collidable. So let's check for left and right collision first for that. So we'll in order for us to have a true on our taxi top collide function, our left side needs to be smaller than the rightmost side of our collidable, and our right side of our taxi needs to be greater than the leftmost side of our collidable. Then we can worry about the height. So we're going to say if our self.x, our left side, would need to be smaller than the rightmost side. So smaller than collidable dot x plus its width. Left side would have to be smaller than that. And our right side, so our self.x plus our own width, our right side would need to be greater than the leftmost side, so just the collidable.x. Now, if both of those are true, then we can go ahead and check our y collision. So for our y collision, we would know that the top of us would have to be smaller than the bottom of our collidable, so y plus its height. And the bottom of us would have to be greater than, so self.y plus our own height would have to be greater than the topmost part of our collidable, so that's collidable.y. And if both of those are true, then we'd go ahead and return true. And then we need to return false otherwise. So just for consistency sake, I'm gonna evaluate this in parentheses because I have the others like that. I don't think it would ultimately matter. I'm just not trying to debug weird stuff right now. And all my other functions are like that, like this bottom collides one. So we now have a top collides function for our taxi class. So now, before we do our bottom collide function. That's not what I wanted. Okay. We're gonna do our top collides. So if we top collide with any platform, so we should probably do this. We'll do this actually here. So if we top collide with any of our platforms, because we're cycling through our platforms here, then we gotta do a couple of things. Now the thing we gotta do is negate our dy, so we stop going up, but then we need to reset our y so that we don't collide anymore. So we'll say that our taxi's y gets the given platforms that we collided with, y plus its height, so we shift our y to be the bottom of the platform we just collided with. Is that all we need to do? We negate our upwards velocity, we reset our y position. That might be all we need to do. So I'm curious to test it. Let's see what our taxi does now. So it should be flying, and it should fly up, and then we have a way to test. Nice. Nice. So basically we need, that's awesome. So that's looking like it's working fine. I mean, it's gonna fly. Yeah, we need to stop it from flying off like that. But then we need a way to toggle when to flap, and we only need to flap if our y is greater than our taxi's corresponding jockey's y. So if it's beneath the jockey, then we need to fly up to get it. If not, you don't need to fly, but we need to find the balance there so that it doesn't just hit a platform, but we have to just kind of play with that to make sure it's working as intended. So we need a part that says if self.y is smaller than 0, then go ahead and reset. We need to we're gonna actually take our dy away, and then we're gonna set our y to be equal to 0, so that we don't have that flying off screen. But where do we apply gravity? Okay, I think we do it after, so yeah. Let's see if that stops us from flying off screen. Okay. So they cannot, they can't collide with the, actually they do collide with the platforms, but now they're not getting that bug like they were before, and now they can't fly off screen. So that's looking to be appropriate, and as we collect their jockey, they disappear and we get the points. So that's looking right. So we just need, see this needs to jump right here. We're doing a needs to jump based on a jump timer, but we don't want it based on a jump timer. This is just a way to test it. We need our needs to jump based on its relative position to its egg. So what can we do here? Right now we're just saying, hey, subtract this jump timer. Shoot. Because I'm trying to imagine. Actually, let me see what happens if I want a top vulture so that I can kill it here from the top, because I need an egg to land on the top platform, because that's what I want to see right now, which I'm just getting bad RNG here. On top platform. There we go. So, boop. No, I need that on the top platform. Okay, let's see where the taxi spawns. Okay. And so it's close, it's getting there, you know, it's making its way downtown. Cool. Okay, so I'm just worried about jumping multiple times if by the time we become unflapped, it's still beneath the jockey, but I think that's okay. So instead of doing this jump timer stuff, we're actually gonna say, you know, instead of doing this, instead of needs to jump based on our jump timer, we're actually gonna say if our y, so the top of us, is greater than the top of the jockey at our index, we should have an index. We do have an index so we can keep track, because we only want the taxi to go to the height of its corresponding jockey. So we have an index, so we say if it's smaller than our jockey's global table at index, our index, so the same jockey that we're related to, you know, it's the same jockey that spawned us in the first place. If our y is greater than that jockey's y, then needs to jump gets set to be true. And then if we need to jump, we become flapped, we get that jump. We can't flap for another 0.1 seconds or whatever. So let's see what that does for us if the egg is on a top platform. Well, yeah, it shouldn't. This is kind of interesting, yeah. Here, I need to kill this guy and hopefully egg lands on the top platform so we can see it. Nice. So, oh, okay. Okay, look at it go for it. It landed. It found it. See, look. See, its Y wasn't higher than that jockey, so it didn't need to jump. So we want to maybe offset that a bit. Dude, it finds it. That's sick. That's awesome. I just want to take the flap counter to be a bit higher. And instead of smaller than this, maybe minus, or y is greater than that. So if ry is greater than this y, meaning it's beneath it, but it needs to be greater than this, maybe plus maybe 10, because I want if it's on the floor, I don't want, if the jockey's on the floor, I don't want our taxi to be jumping. Shit, I shouldn't have got that. Okay, it's okay. Ooh, see, look, we got some bottom collision stuff messed up. But look at him jump for it. Look at him jump. Oh, the flap got messed up. Oh, no. Shit, okay. That wasn't working so hot. Now, what's going on there? Yeah, see, look, we shouldn't... That's right, we shouldn't jump if it's just on the floor. We should just walk to it. So that's looking okay. But it looked like we were getting a weird flap error. God, that's pretty awesome, though. Okay, and the thing is, the jockey will never be in the air like that. That's just because we were impatient, so we took our time to hatch down. So ooh, what's happening here? This is really sick. This is really sick. Oh my god. Okay, it's just a little weirdly buggy, like we got those weird, look at this. So when this one, yeah, see that bottom collision got all jacked up and he went through the floor. Oh, see, that's messed up. If we top collide, we need to become unflapped at the very least. Ooh, that's what is happening. The top collision's happening before. Yeah, top collision's happening before our side collision detection, so maybe we just switch the order of operations on that. And then also if we top collide, we need to become unflapped. So let's just try those two switches and we might be okay. So we'll check for side collision before top collision. And then we also need to become unflapped if that's the case. So, well, self.flapped gets false at that point. What is going on? Let's try that. Oof. It had the weird collision again. I think we need the buffer, actually. We need the buffer in our top collision detection. So in our Y and X, I'm actually going to switch. I do think I want this to be first. But in our top collides function, I want to add the buffer here. So our X needs to be smaller than the X plus our buffer, because our collision detection isn't exactly perfect, because we have isn't perfectly rectangle for our platforms, because our platforms have rounded bottoms. So we had to do a little buffer so that you can actually, the first few pixels of any platform are actually not collidable, so that you don't accidentally bump, because like it's curved up, and if it was a square like this, we didn't want to detect a collision like that. So we've got this little buffer here. So it need to be smaller than this minus the buffer, which is just a couple pixels. If we take a look at our constants, our buffer is 6 pixels. So now that we've are we crashing on? 59. I can't talk right now. Minus. Right here. See how it's flapping over there? Nice. I want it to flap a little more often, but I don't exactly know if that fixes our bug. It's just hard to recreate it. We need an egg to land on the middle platform here. But it's good. It's not jumping if it's on the same platform, which is good. We've got... Let's make sure a Shadow Lord pop hatches another Shadow Lord. I think it does. Oh, and I killed it, so... Let's just try to get another where it's... There we go. Nice. Just don't get it, don't get it. Okay. Oh, see, it's doing the same thing again. Oh, we jumped right over it. That's why we need to jump a little less, I think. I don't get why it's doing that weird flapped thing. I don't get it. Let's try, if we top collide with a platform, we become not flapped. So why do we become flapped? That's what I don't get, because it gets stuck being flapped, and I don't know why. Let's do this after collision, after side collision, just in case that's doing something. Oh, but I want our flap time to be a little different, a little faster, like a little faster and a little less on the DY, you know? A little more often and a little less height, because we don't want to jump over the jockey like we did. So where is our flap counter? Is it flap counter? I haven't even seen it. Where are we? Flap counter right here. So a little, yeah, we do want to jump a little more often, but we want to jump a little less. So maybe this will be 0.6 or something. Now the flap counter gets decremented if we're flapped. And we become unflapped when flap counter is smaller than or equal to 0. So let's see. Okay, didn't look like it messed up there. Nice. Okay. It's looking pretty good. Oh, no, that was perfect. That was a perfect setup for me, and I bungled it. There we go. That's where I want an egg. Okay. It doesn't seem to be doing that weird mess up anymore. Ooh, that was perfect. That was like, oh, perfect. That's awesome. It's looking great. Look at it. That's so cool. So yeah, he spawns. I spawn them at the basic appropriate height, and then they just flap if they're ever beneath it. Ooh. Oh. See, now it's hard to see. It's hard to say if they're jacked. See, because like they were jacked together. But I don't know if that was because I don't know if that was because they spawned at, or the jockeys were not at ground level. I don't know why that happened. Because you would think all the rendering is separated in the class here. So I don't exactly know what's going on there, but it's looking pretty close. By the time we turn off our super short egg timer, that problem may go away, or we might have to debug a little further. Maybe for right now, the move is we go to our egg timer and we just give ourselves 3 seconds and we see if we can get any weird mistakes like we just got. If we have all 3 on the screen at once. It's not looking like goo is messing it up. It's not looking messed up anymore. Oh. You know what? I think we need a random seed for its jumping. No. I think it was just coincidence they jumped at the same time. I don't know. It's looking pretty stable to me now, though. It might have been the jockey ground level stuff. I don't know. That's awesome. That's really awesome. Okay. I'm happy with that for now. We can debug if we find the problem again. But it seemed to be okay, and I don't get why that would have been a problem. I don't know why two taxis would mess up jinxed with one another like that. But we don't need our jump timer anymore in our taxi class. So we don't need this jump timer anymore. And we can take the jump timer out of here. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And let's just make sure it still works. See, different height on the... See how they're jinxed like that? I don't get why they'd be jinxed like that. I don't get why you would change directions either. I think there's a... I don't know what's happening there. But they swapped directions. I think they just collided. Like right instantly they collided, so they both swapped their DX. I think that's what happened. Well, that's a good update for today. Instead of just randomly jumping, we have a top collides function that prevents us from messing up on the platforms. We stop ourselves from going off screen off the top. We actually use that top collision function to stop us there, and then we do a needs to jump not based on a jump timer, but based on a Y position in regards to its corresponding jockey's Y position. And then we gave ourselves a little less dy so we don't accidentally jump over the jockey we're flying to. But that's looking pretty good. So, edit top collision for taxis, and then we also made simple AI for taxis to find their jockeys. Cool. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow, and we'll do another step. The moment our notes, we need to do that still. We've got top collision for taxis. We've got taxi jumping based on jockey Y. Blue jockey if bounder is killed. Oh, yeah, we have to check the original game for that, but then we'll be able to see. Yeah, catch you guys tomorrow for some more programming fun.